DCEU had its ups and downs, but that hasn't deterred its loyal fans' faith in the franchise, who are always hoping for the best. I am one of those people who wants DC to shine and rise, which in turn will enable them to bring all those great stories to the big screen that has captivated our imagination since childhood. DC's next shot at redemption comes with next month's Aquaman, featuring Jason Momoa reprising the role he previously played in Justice League. Reaction to the trailers and marketing so far has been fairly positive, and if nothing else, the actor James Wan film looks to be a visual feast. Aquaman hits theatre on December 21st. From the trailers and synopsis, we know part of movie will play out as adventure treasure hunt, as Arthur Curry, aka the Aquaman, and Mera go looking for the trident that once belonged to the first king of Atlantis, King Atlan, who ended up sinking Atlantis and was unwavering in his quest to destroy the Seven Kingdoms. How come the first novel king of Atlantis underwent such drastic change that is reminiscent of Harvey Dent in Dark Knight? Let's have a closer look at the history of Atlantis that not only explains what is going on in the movie Aquaman, but provides us with some context and perspective on Atlanteans. Centuries ago, Atlantis was one of the greatest and most advanced civilization on planet Earth and is still afloat when Atlan ruled Atlantis with the trident of Neptune. The trident is a magical weapon that grants its wielder greater power and the divine right to rule the sea. The original trident of Neptune was forged by the Cyclops out of adamantine and Neptune's own essence. It can manipulate and conjure water as well as disperse energy in form of bolts and force fields. Atlantis expanded under King Atlan's leadership and its land grew into 7 different kingdoms. His brother, Orion, was not pleased with Atlan's open race policy as he believed cross-culture breeding was polluting their noble bloodline. He and his people betrayed Atlan. They killed his wife and children and drove Atlan into the ocean. Atlan was hunted by Orion's henchmen. During his exile, Atlan used his arcane knowledge towards 7 artifacts that he used along with his trident to defeat his brother and overtake Atlantis. But stricken with grief for loss of his family, Atlan used one of his artifacts, the scepter, to sink Atlantis, the great nation he had spent his lifetime building. Upon his death, his artifacts were buried with him, and of Atlantis' 7 kingdoms, 4 were destroyed and 3 survived, each evolving differently over the years. Atlantis became the hub of culture and continued to flourish, with the descendants of Orion ruling the city. Zabel took root in Bermuda Triangle and followed King Nereus. French lived in the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. They would follow whomever possessed the Atlan's scepter. Fast forward to present time, and we have Orm, the Ocean Master, ruling Atlantis, who is the half-brother of Aquaman. Atlanna, the mother of Aquaman and Ocean Master, was the queen of Atlantis. During one of the battles, she was injured and driven to the ocean, where she was rescued by Tom Curry, a lighthouse keeper. They fall in love and have their first and only child, Arthur Curry. Queen Atlanna returns back to Atlantis, leaving Arthur behind for his safety. She gets married to one of the Atlanteans and has her second child, Orm, who upon her death assumes the role of the king of Atlantis. From the trailers, we gather that Ocean Master wants to expand his kingdom and rule over the land. When he learns about Aquaman, who is the firstborn of Atlanna and thus the true king of Atlantis, he hires Black Manta to kill Aquaman. Well, Black Manta has his own score to settle with Arthur Curry, as he believes that Arthur killed his father. It seems plausible that Ocean Master would have provided Black Manta with the technology. However, in the comics, he himself develops his suit and helmets. Ocean Master would have preferred to keep his name clean and distant from Arthur Curry's death as far as possible to ensure that he doesn't lose popular support. Or maybe the rivalry was evident and he needed someone to do his bidding on the land. Mera and Arthur are looking for the lost trident of Neptune to stop Ocean Master from executing his plan, as trident in wrong hands would be detrimental to life of billions. In Justice League, we saw Mira trying to convince Aquaman to step up to take his rightful place as the King of Atlantis. But he didn't feel that he belonged to Atlantis. In the upcoming movie, we will see the character evolve from the quindent-wielding half-Atlantean that we saw in Justice League to the king and hero of Atlantis. James Wan, the director of Aquaman, has its roots in the horror genre, and he might explore that theme with Trench, creatures that live in the deepest parts of Mariana Trench and follow whoever possesses the Atlan's scepter. In the final shots of the trailer, we see the army of Atlantis taking on the Trench. So we can sort of conclude that Orm loses the duel for the throne to Aquaman and returns for the revenge with the army of Trench and Scepter, giving us the third act of the movie. The visuals of the film look promising, and we should expect grander action sequences. We hope DC hits home run with Aquaman. Otherwise, it would indefinitely defer our dreams of watching fully fledged DC universe on the big screen. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe for our upcoming content.